What's good, Jersey family? Jersey boy in the house. We got the New York Jets on deck this week playing the Seattle Seahawks. Let's go ahead and check out some of the storylines I had here. And apologies about the last video. For whatever reason, the first half just didn't record for me. Wilson's film is incredible. He always finds a way to move the ball downfield. There's no such thing as a broken play when he's under center. I found out when you select disregard him, they pretty much like I guess disregard the person, and our only goal ends up being actually getting the win. So that's essentially what I've been choosing for a lot of these, and I haven't showed these storylines in quite a while. Looks like we have an X Factor linebacker for them as well. Bobby Wagner happens to be that guy. We'll go ahead and double down on that. Actually, haven't had it before where we have two players from the same team, so looks like we'll just double up on the XP there. So a couple things I want to catch you guys up on. We have a few more upgrades after last week and training this week. Jack Barker once again getting another upgrade. So I believe he came in as a 74. So we've gotten 4 points for him so far. We get a bit more for that run blocking. Again, he's a superstar and he's developing really, really well for us. He's currently the 16th ranked in the league, and we should be able to finally get a superstar from him, potentially even by the end of the season. Ja'Kai Polite's been coming on really well as well. We're going to continue just going ahead and pouring into that finesse ability that he has there. Doesn't get too much, but he's actually been making the most of his opportunities this season. Once we get to about week 13 or so, we'll kind of get a breakdown of how the team's been doing again. And we have some minor other players here. And Jake Noor, he finally gets one as well. We've been looking to get him some increased snaps. We'll take a look at his traits in a minute, but he has phenomenal speed. So if we can improve the rest of his skill set and really round him out, I think we might have a hidden gem here. And Robert Bannister, he's our hidden development player. He's only had 52 reps this season, which actually kind of works out for us. That he doesn't get that instantly if he doesn't turn out to be superstar, because then we can kind of maximize the XP he's getting right now and really continue to develop him on the bench. So currently sitting at 5-3, we're looking pretty good. I want to give you guys an update on some things scheme wise. We ended up going to a West Coast zone run from the multiple zone run. I pretty much decided I just want to keep my archetype here as for the QB improviser, which I think gives us a lot of leeway if we do end up targeting somebody in the draft or we find somebody in free agency that we feel like will be a much better fit. And then we went from that disguise 3-4 to a base 3-4 since we had a much better scheme fit with current personnel, as well as I wanted to keep cornerback as man-to-man for our schematic type there. So that moves us into stats. Let's check out what's happening for the yearly rankings real quick. And we have Aaron Rodgers leading the way in MVP voting. We happen to move up to 8th in Coach of the Year after starting off really well. I think we might be hard pressed to get back to the top based on what I'm seeing. But Lamar Jackson leading the way for Offensive Player of the Year. Jamal Adams is leading the way for Defensive Player of the Year with CJ Mosley close behind him, which is really, really good to see. Stay tuned. We got some more info actually for Jamal Adams. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jaden Rush happens to be the only player for us. Alan Bradley of the Chiefs there. John Flanagan, Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Ravens. Best quarterback, I doubt, yeah, doubt we're on the radar. But Tom Brady's still holding things down in New England land. Leonard Fournette leading the way as best running back. Cole Beasley, huge surprise there for the Bills. He's not really a number one in any fashion, but I guess in that scheme they have, he's still carrying a lot of the bulk for them. Mitchell Schwartz for the Chiefs. Shaq Lawson for the Bills, so they have really developed some players. CJ Mosley leading the way there. Jordan Jenkins also on the list. And then it's weird that we're leading Defensive Player of the Year, but Jamal Adams is 4th. in ranking here, but we see Terrell Edmonds leading the way there. And then our kicker comes in second to Matt Prater. So they have quite a few people on the list as well. So interesting enough, they are a few games ahead of us in the division as well. If we take a look at our injury report, which we haven't really had to visit all that much, we have lost Jamal Adams for 3 weeks. So there's good and bad news. We do have Obi Melifonwu to help keep things going. In terms of not losing so much production, obviously he's not a Jamal Adams, but I think we'll get serviceable work. And then that also gives an opportunity for our boy. Here we go. Brian Hope, he's already there, to hopefully get an uptick in being able to help support some things. Let's put Perry here as well. Okay, Brian Hope's still backing up there, and he's been seeing an increase in snaps, so we haven't seen a standout game or anything for him just yet, but I'm sure it's coming. But with that said, guys, we'll go ahead and get to the game, so enjoy.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 18 carries, 70 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
On second down, it's Carson, and he is tackled inside the 40.
Defense.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and they're able to get this one past the... Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This complete to Lockett. He'll be dropped at the 20. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Upati.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called. Fire out and smack people.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get this. On first down, it's Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second and 1, Wilson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Guy of the 30. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and 3rd pick in the 2018 draft.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. And a bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jordan Jenkins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Carson. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. On third down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry for Elijah McGuire. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 38, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now a carry for Bernard. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. On 1st down, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Seahawks 7, Jets nothing.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On the draw, here's Bernard. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Underneath, this is Bernard. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Chris Carson trotting back out there, and he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. Here's Hill on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They run on 2nd down with McGuire, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll run on first down. Bernard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Darnold. That's complete. Bernard. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Darnold now to throw. Completes it to McGuire out of the backfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So let's glance at a player spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
And he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give right side. Carson, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now it's Wilson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On the delay, here's Carson. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Wilson operating from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll get this down only to the 18. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And here's Wilson on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Myers' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Throw complete there. Rodgers. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Get ready.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A draw play. Bernard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much.
As we get rolling to quarter three. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Here's Darnold now on second down. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. McGuire will try to pick it up. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Off of play action, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Now Bernard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Darnold on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
It's a pickup of 3.
Darnold going to give this to McGuire. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 29. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Throwing is Wilson. This complete to Lockett. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Wilson now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. Draw play. This is Carson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run again with Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Wilson. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, I guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
And New York set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 26, check 26.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. On 3rd down, Bernard. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Onunu's got it, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
A 3rd down run with McGuire. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. And look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 31, check 31.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he comes back with one complete. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Carson. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. Fights through, and now a crease. Past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 33 yards that time. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Here's Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Darnold.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Darnold completes it, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A first down throw. Darnold gets this one to Hill. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On first down, Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again is Darnold. Rodgers brings it in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Darnold on target to Enunwa. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Ball start, offense.
And that'll set him back 5. Again, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A give to McGuire. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Ja'Kai Polite. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. He'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Again, here's Bernard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Bernard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important fourth-quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
So Wilson and the Seahawks down 16-13, a minute 40 remaining. Now they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He's back to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now Wilson, 10 yards into Seattle, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Wilson. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the 1st down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this doesn't get there. It's no good.
Defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was off.